Hello everyone, welcome to Current Affairs MCQs program. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was regarding the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, that is SAARC. Consider the following statements. 1. It was established with the signing of the SAARC Charter in Dhaka in the year 1985. 2. South Asian University is an international university located in Dhaka. 3. SAARC Arbitration Council is an intergovernmental body having its office in Pakistan, mandated to provide a legal framework or forum within the region. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3? The correct answer is option C, 1 and 3 only. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, that is SAARC, was established with the signing of the SAARC Charter in Dhaka on 8 December 1985. Hence, statement 1 is correct. South Asian University is an international university located in India. Degrees and certificates awarded by the SAU are at par with the respective degrees and certificates awarded by the national universities and institutions. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. SAARC Arbitration Council is an intergovernmental body having its office in Pakistan is mandated to provide a legal framework or forum within the region for fair and efficient settlement of commercial, industrial, trade, banking, investment and such other disputes as may be referred to it by the member states and their people. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Now, let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements. 1. The Panama Canal links the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. 2. Ethiopia, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Eritrea and Yemen are the countries that border the Red Sea. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. The Panama Canal is an artificial 82-kilometer waterway in Panama that connects the Atlantic Ocean with the Pacific Ocean. The canal cuts through the Isthmus of Panama and is a key conduit for maritime trade. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Red Sea is a seawater inlet of the Indian Ocean lying between Africa and Asia. The countries bordering the Red Sea are Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Sudan, Eritrea and Djibouti, and not Ethiopia. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, with reference to scheme for residential education for students in high school in targeted areas or SHRESHTA, consider the following statements. 1. It was an initiative of the Ministry of Education to address the educational service gap for communities from marginalized income groups. 2. The scheme was established with the aim of offering high quality education and opportunities to students belonging to the SC category only. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option B, 2 only. The scheme SHRESHTA, that is Scheme for Residential Education for Students in High School in Targeted Areas, was an initiative of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. It aims to bridge the educational service gap in areas dominated by scheduled caste by providing high quality education, socio-economic upliftment, and overall development for SC students with the goal of offering them quality education and opportunities. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Students from the SC community who are currently studying in 8th and 10th grade are eligible to benefit from the scheme. Additionally, students from marginalized income groups within the SC community with an annual income of up to Rs 2.5 lakh are also eligible. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, with reference to Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002, consider the following statements. 1. The Act was formulated in response to India's global commitment to the Vienna Convention to combat the menace of money laundering. 2. Money laundering involves making illegally obtained funds appear legitimate or clean by integrating them into the financial system. 3. The Supreme Court has ruled that the Enforcement Directorate cannot arrest someone under the PMLA simply for not responding to their queries and summons. How many of the statements given above are not correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none? The correct answer is option D, none. That is, all the statements are correct. The Prevention of Money Laundering Act or PMLA 2002 is an Indian law enacted in 2002 to prevent money laundering and related offences. It was enacted in a 2002 response to India's global commitment, including the Vienna Convention, to combat the menace of money laundering. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Money laundering involves making illegally obtained funds appear legitimate or clean by integrating them into the financial system. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The Directorate of Enforcement is the primary authority responsible for investigating and prosecuting money laundering. It functions under the Department of Revenue of the Ministry of Finance. Recently, the Supreme Court has ruled that the ED cannot arrest someone under the PMLA simply for not responding to their queries and summons. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is with reference to Ayushman Bharat, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Consider the following statements. 1. ABPMJAY is an entitlement-based scheme that targets the beneficiaries as identified by latest socio-economic caste census data. 2. The financing for the program is distributed with a ratio of 60-40 for all states and union territories with legislative assemblies, while it follows a 90-10 ratio for northeastern states and Jammu and Kashmir. 3. The National Health Authority has been constituted as an autonomous entity under the Society Registration Act 1860 for effective implementation of PMGAY. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3 or none? The correct answer is option C, all 3. Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana is an entitlement-based scheme that targets the beneficiaries as identified by latest socio-economic caste census data. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The National Health Authority has provided flexibility to states and UTs to use non-socio-economic caste census beneficiary family databases with similar socio-economic profiles for tagging against the leftover unauthenticated SCCC families. The funding for the scheme is shared 60-40 for all states and UTs with their own legislator, 90-10 in Northeast states and Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal and Uttarakhand, and 100% central funding for UTs without legislator. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The National Health Authority has been constituted as an autonomous entity under the Society Registration Act 1860 for effective implementation of PMJAY in alliance with the state governments. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is with reference to special assistance to states for capital investment scheme. Consider the following statements. 1. The scheme was launched in financial year 2020-21 in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. 2. The scheme consists of 10 parts, with part 1 having the smallest allocation at Rs 10,000 crores. 3. The scheme also aims to enhance the pace of projects in key sectors such as Jal Jeevan Mission and Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3 or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. The scheme for special assistance to states for capital expenditure was launched in financial year 2020-21 in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The scheme has been expanded and continued as Scheme for Special Assistance to States for Capital Investment 2023-24 with the allocation of Rs 1.3 lakh crore. The scheme has 8 parts, part 1 being the largest with allocation of Rs 1 lakh crore. This amount has been allocated amongst states in proportion to their share of central taxes and duties as per the award of the 15th Finance Commission. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The scheme also aims to enhance the pace of projects in key sectors such as Jal Jeevan Mission and Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana by providing funds for meeting the state share. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is regarding the Biological Weapons Convention. Consider the following statements. 1. It effectively prohibits the development, production, acquisition, transfer, stockpiling, and use of biological and toxin weapons. 2. It was the first multilateral disarmament treaty banning an entire category of weapons of mass destruction. 3. The convention has reached almost universal membership with 185 states parties and 4 signatory states. How many of the statements given above are not correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none? The correct answer is option D, none. The Biological Weapons Convention effectively prohibits the development, production, acquisition, transfer, stockpiling, and use of biological and toxin weapons. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It was the first multilateral disarmament treaty banning an entire category of weapons of mass destruction. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The BWC is a key element in the international community's efforts to address WMD proliferation, and it has established a strong norm against biological weapons. The convention has reached almost universal membership with 185 states parties and 4 signatory states. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is World Happiness Report 2023 is released by which of the following? World Bank, Sustainable Development Solutions Network, World Health Organization, or United Nations Development Fund? The correct answer is option B, Sustainable Development Solutions Network. The UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network released the World Happiness Report 2023, which ranks countries on happiness. Since 2012, the World Happiness Report has been released annually around March 20th as part of International Day of Happiness celebration. For the 6th year in a row, Finland has been crowned as the happiest nation. Denmark is at number 2, followed by Iceland at number 3. India ranks at 126th position out of 136 countries, making it one of the least happy countries in the world. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next question is regarding Pir Panjal range. Consider the following statements. 1. It is a chain of mountains in the lower Himalayan region. 2. It is the largest range of the lesser Himalayas. 3. It separates the Kashmir Valley from the hills of the Jammu region. How many of the statements above is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none? The correct answer is option C, all three. The Pir Panjal range is a chain of mountains in the lower Himalayan region located in the western Himalayas of the northern Indian subcontinent. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It runs southeast to northwest between the Beas and Neelam, Kishan Ganga rivers in the Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir regions, with its northwestern end extending into Pakistan. Pir Panjal is the largest range of the lesser Himalayas. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Further west, the Pir Panjal range separates the Kashmir Valley from the hills of the Jammu region. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is consider the following pairs. Place and country. 1. Jubail Port, United Arab Emirates. 2. Dien Bien Phu Air Base, Vietnam. 3. Ho Chi Minh City, Nicaragua. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? 1 and 2 only, 2 only, 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3? The correct answer is option B, 2 only. The King Fahad Industrial Port Jubail is a Saudi port located in Jubail city of Saudi Arabia. The port was established in 1974. Hence, pair 1 is not correctly matched. The Dien Bien Phu Air Base is a military air base located in the city of Dien Bien Phu in the Dien Bien province of Vietnam. It is situated in the northwestern part of the country, close to the border with Laos. Hence, pair 2 is correctly matched. Ho Chi Minh City, abbreviated HCMC, also known as Saigon, is the most populous city in Vietnam with a population of around 9.3 million in 2023. Hence, pair 3 is not correctly matched. Nicaragua is the largest country in Central America and is slightly bigger in area than New York State. The country is bordered by Honduras to the north and Costa Rica to the south. The Pacific Ocean provides the border to the west, and the eastern border of the country is on the Caribbean Sea. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Last question is technology like jamming, spoofing, laser systems, and high-powered microwave weapons were recently in the news in the context of preventing pest attacks in agricultural fields, in the nuclear power plant, to prevent drone attack in the sea, or to detect activities of human beings in the tunnel. The correct answer is option C, to prevent drone attack in the sea. Many anti-drone techniques are not known to work well in particular weather conditions. Jamming in particular is tricky as it has the potential to interfere with friendly communication systems. Spoofing too, while useful for confusing drone control systems, often leads to the target behaving erratically. Directed energy weapons such as laser systems and high-power microwave weapons are more effective in countering armed drones, but these technologies are expensive and out of reach for most regional navies. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Regarding the combined maritime forces, consider the following statements. 1. It is a multinational maritime partnership to uphold the rule-based international order by countering illicit non-state actors on the high seas. 2. CMF is commanded by an Indian Navy Vice Admiral. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.